Hi everyone, it is Marie here from Skeins, and I am coming to you today, 2nd of August. Who can believe it? August for me is an insane month, and it is because Knit August Nights is at the end of this month. But I thought I would come to you today to talk exclusively to the Speakeasy. So I'm actually placing this video in Speakeasy only, and I'm doing it for 2 reasons, because I've got an offer I'm going to tell you about a little later on, which is just for you guys. But August has been a huge month, and it's been so good to see all the knitting that has happened in July. In fact, I went back through and counted up all the posts in July for Holy Moly, and I swear we broke a new record. More postings than ever before, which was just wonderful. And boy, there were some utterly beautiful projects shared. Stunning, so beautiful, and really inspiring. Like, it was so good to see people posting projects and sharing what patterns they're using and the links and how to find them and where to get them, and other people casting on the same projects. It really is quite inspiring for me, as well as all of you that are members of the Speakeasy. So that's really quite exciting for me, because that's why the Speakeasy was created, was to give you a forum to be able to do that, which is so cool. So I have also been back. I have ended my knitting sort of slumpy drought, which I was suffering from through the middle of the month, and I have actually picked my Lizzie back up again, and I brought it in to show you today. I'm now well and truly into the back lace section, which is, hold on, there we go, here's the full, actually there you go, you can get a full eye look at the back. Ooh, there we are, look at that. So as you can see, I'm probably about 1/3 of the way down the back. Look, this is unblocked, and I just know that once this blocks, it's going to be fine. Got my head around the lace pattern now. It's actually a really straightforward lace. It's a basically a 2-row repeat with purl back in between, so it's quite easy to memorize. Hasn't taken too long to read my knitting all my stitches. So I have to say I am zigging in the right places and zagging when I should be zagging, and I'm really enjoying it. And I've only had to do 1 rip back, and that's because I zagged when I should have zigged. And of course you always find this out, 4 rows after you've done it. But I was good. I just sat there and whizzed it all back, and it was fine. So no, I'm really pleased with how this is going, and which is sort of leads me into this month's theme. I will be honest, when I set the theme for Holy Moly, I did also do the theme for this month, which is just for me, because I knew I was going to be knitting this, and I also knew that I didn't have a tinker's tuppence of getting this done in July with everything that I had on. And I'm really hoping that I'm going to get it done in the next 3 weeks if we can. But you never know. Stranger things have happened. And that is why I created Just For Me, because I did notice that there were some bigger scale projects that were actually being undertaken during Holy Moly, and it gives you a chance to actually finish those projects off, because let's face it, for many of us busy lives, we need more than just a month to get a project done. And also too, so often as knitters, that we'll happily knit for everyone else in our lives, but we don't necessarily knit for ourselves. And I think it's time that we just take a wee beat and a breath and think, no, actually, I'm going to knit something just for me, whether it's me to wear, whether it's an accessory or a shawl or a bigger project, or if it's something that is just purely frivolous because it makes you feel good. So this is, I think, time for us to be a little bit selfish about our knitting or our crochet. And I'm sorry to the hookers, I'm very knit-centric, but it is the same for you guys. There might be a project that you're hooking and you're thinking, actually, I want to do something that I really enjoy for myself. So that's what this is about. This is the month to actually be a little bit self-indulgent and really enjoy what it is that you're doing. And this month, there is loads of new yarns and bits and pieces happening, and I've got a project, and I'm so excited. We've got lots happening in terms of new yarn, lots happening in terms of design and project, things happening around Knit August Nights, and also too, I already know what we're going to be doing for next month's theme. So organised. I have my moments. garments, I tell you. So in terms of things that we do for ourselves and how satisfying these things are, I haven't worn this for a while. Some of you may or may not take this off. I wore this the other day, but I'll just take this off so you can see it. Hopefully my top's dried. I managed to spill my peppermint tea all down my top straight after lunch. The mouth as big as this, you would think I would get stuff in, but no. Anyway, now this here, and I'm just going to sit back so you can see it. This is Summer Carnival by Georgie Nicholson, minus the lace panels, and it's because I have knitted it in, this is homespun. So this was probably 2, maybe 3 years ago now, when we did our terabyte, we were trialing our terabyte yarn. We had some fibre that was left over from that split, because it's a printed sliver from that process, and that fibre, there was a collection of it that went on sale as a limited edition in the shop. So I had some of that fibre and I spun it up, and I'd never ever spun an adult garment sized lot of fibre before. Spun oodles to do smaller projects, but never a full garment lot. So that was quite a challenge, because obviously I wanted to spin it so it was the same weight, so I'd be able to actually knit what I wanted to knit. So it was quite a challenge for me to be able to do that, because I am a functional spinner. I'm not, I mean, I've got friends who are incredibly prolific and incredibly amazing spinners. I'm not. I actually spin for the whole meditative aspect of it. So this was a real achievement. And the grey that this is lined with is actually silver Clifton stone and silver lining, the fibre which I'd scooped out of the mill, and hand spun some of that to go with it. And this for me was, I really enjoyed doing this, and I love it because it's a shot of colour, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, and it was so satisfying. I mean, it took several months to spin the yarn, and then it was it probably took about 3 weeks to knit it. It didn't take too long to knit it all, but it was just something so satisfying to actually have created not only the garment but the yarn as well. So that's my just for me, real satisfying just for me cardie. So I wanted to share that with you. But with the Holy Moly, because we've had so many posts, and I went through and I was thinking, gosh, you know, I want everybody to benefit, because everyone has just been posting. So instead of just picking out a handful of people for a couple of prizes, I've decided that no, I want everybody to enjoy it. I want everyone to get the benefit of it this week. So I've gone and created a coupon code just for the Speakeasy members, and that is a $4.95 coupon code, which equates to free delivery in New Zealand, or it gives you $4.95 discount off delivery if you are living elsewhere. So that is that coupon. I'm going to put the coupon in the comments, so don't panic too much about it. But it is Holey Delivery, so Holey Delivery, all one word, and that when you go to checkout, it asks you to put the coupon code in, you type that code in, and it'll instantly take $4.95 off your purchase. So whilst when you check out, you'll see the $4.95 delivery fee jump on, as it always does, we've taken it off your purchase price just to give you that money back. So enjoy. You've got that for this week. So if you've got an order that you need to do this week, or something that you want to pick up, or you need a few extra balls for something, and you think, oh, I'll wait until I've got a bigger order. You don't need to. $4.95 will give you the free delivery, and you can get it all done this week. So, and that's just our little thank you for, you know, just making Holy Moly so special. Already, I have seen a couple of Just For Me's pop up from projects that they've done previous, and I know that there are people still working on projects from previous themes. So do pop those up. I'm not precious. For me, Speakeasy is all about everybody getting involved and sharing what they're doing. I don't put a lot of rules around these contests or anything like that. I would just much rather see you share and be part of it. Even if it's not our yarn, I don't mind. Because for me, I think inspiration is the one thing that we need to do. So do definitely do that. Coming up also, we've got some new yarns. I mentioned before some new yarns. The first one, which is up now and live, is this guy here. It's a limited edition, and I did not name it. I just have to put out there first. This is what happens when I go away and they name things in my absence, but the colour is amazing. if you're a purple lover, and I know you're out there, this one is called Purple Magic, and it is the darkest aubergine purple. It is just absolutely delicious. And it is on our Heritage Polworth. And I just brought in a couple of little friends just to show you how well it plays with other people. I should have actually grabbed the grey, didn't I? But I just, look at those. So that's the Purple Magic in the middle with Vida Violet and Bodrum Red. Isn't that gorgeous? I mean, can't you imagine those two? Oh. And in fact, we had the Red Hat ladies in today, and I don't know whether you have a Red Hat club in your area, but we have a very active one here in Hawke's Bay, and these ladies all wear red and purple, and they were in today, and I was getting these balls of yarn out, and they were all, as I was grabbing these, so those look incredible. But also too, you know, if you were doing some colour work or you were needing a contrast, the Vida Violet with that Purple Magic, divine. So this is only a limited amount in there. There literally is only one colour run of that. It also, and I'm sorry I didn't grab one, but it also looks incredible with the mist, the grey. Just beautiful. So the Polworth is a yarn that we absolutely adore. It's lovely, it's squishy, it's got essentially all, it's that merino goodness without the merino price tag, and it's just absolutely lovely, and we love it. So that is now up live and online, and I will put the link in for you with that. Also coming, hopefully, I was hoping to do it this week, but we've got one more colour to come, and if it doesn't look like it's going to sneak through, I will actually load these without the extra colour. But that is a new super chunky yarn. We've had the Home, which has been really successful, really enjoyed it, and that's in a really lovely, beautiful, almost gelato soft colour palette. And the wonderful Brenda Green from Natural Star did a little pattern collection for us, which was just divine. And we also have a second yarn, which is not quite as thick as the Home. It is a wee bit, it's a wee bit thinner, but it is still designed to go on 12 to 15 millimetre needles. It's a wee bit thicker than our Texas, actually just a hint thicker than our Texas. So the difference with this one versus what our Texas was is this is a plied yarn, and this one is going to be called Cape, and there it is. And we're also doing it in these big balls. We're moving, oh, that sounds so rude, we're doing it in big balls. Everybody likes big balls. Anyway, oh, sorry. Head in the gutter today. This one is a 4-fold super chunky. There she is, look at that. 4-fold super chunky. Now, if you've listened to some of my chats before around yarn construction, the reason we've done this is that it means that when you're knitting it up into homewares, particularly blankets, cushions, wraps, throws, or even like big, crazy, chunky jumpers and things, or crocheting it into big wraps or ponchos. Texas was gorgeous and beautiful and unctuous, but it used to shed and pill like a pig. It really, if you had to wash it surprisingly vigorously to have it almost melt and felt a little bit to sort of stop it from wanting to shed. This stuff, because of this 4-fold twist, it doesn't, and it performs really, really well in a fabric. I've got someone, in fact, a young lass. She's almost 12, and she is a brilliant knitter. She comes in here and she's awesome. And I grabbed some of this for her. She's knitting a blanket, and she's just started it. And I had a look at the fabric this last week, and it looks amazing. Going to be a big colour block blanket, and that's why I think this yarn's going to be great, because if you're wanting to do a large sort of style project like that, but you're wanting to have it look good, you're wanting to have it wear well, you're not going to have to worry about it shedding on your clothing or anything else, this cape is going to be fantastic. And the patterns that Brenda wrote for the Home will actually work in this just fine. So she's written cushions on 10 millimetres and blankets on 15, and so these will look awesome in those patterns. So these colours unlike the home, are a little bit richer, and there is still one to come, and I will tell you which one it is when I look up in my little book of tricks up there. It is a green, a rich Persian-y green is still to come, is the colour we're waiting for. But these colours are all designed just to be a little bit richer. So we've got that stunning mustard, oops, there we go, and a porcelain. Beautiful alpine green and dusty, oopsie, dusty plum. Lovely deep blue and grey, and then, as I said, a lovely rich Persian green, which will sit next to that one absolutely beautifully. And all of these are in these 200 gram balls, and we love these 200 gram balls because on here we have got 96 meters. Yes, 96 meters of uninterrupted goodness. Because sometimes you get these larger yarns and they put them on a smaller ball format. The joining, and I mean, let's face it, joining thick yarns is not a pleasurable thing to do. So that hence the reason for these lovely big format balls. So this is called Cape. All the yarn is named after famous capes around here in New Zealand. So that's Cape Runaway, we've got Cape Turn Again, Cape Palliser, Cape Kidnappers. So yeah, it's a bit of fun. And these, as I said, if the JD one hasn't come through next week, I'm going to put these remaining 6 that I have here up regardless for you. So if you've got a home wears pattern, or you're wanting to do like a really big quick poncho or cot blanket or pram blanket or anything like that, a 15mm needle or hook, and you'll be away laughing. I've also got more, I've ordered in more cherry wood 15mm circular needles, and I've also got more really large needles, which are perfect because you could double strand this and go super big. And I've got more of them coming in. I've had some made actually up in India at a workshop in India, so I've got some of them coming too. So hopefully they'll be here very soon. They're in transit, so I understand. So that's all coming. And then the last thing that's coming is for Knit August Nights. So Knit August Nights is 3 weeks from today. So I'm up to my eyeballs with Knit August Nights, but we have got some wonderful yarns coming in. We've got some yarns coming in from our favourite importer, and in fact, I'm going to go downstairs and check those out shortly. The pallet turned up earlier this morning, so we will be having some importers clearance yarns online for you. So if you aren't able to make it to Napier, you can have your own little can at home or online. So that is definitely happening. And we've also got a brand new Moody Hughes yarn coming out, and those have just started dyeing. I'm going to talk about them a little later, but I'm so excited about that. Oh my gosh, they're going to be incredible, so incredible. So there's still plenty of really amazing fun yarns to be had. But in the meantime, just for you, Speakeasy members, Holey Delivery, Holey Delivery, all one word, $4.95 off your order, which essentially gives you your delivery fee back. That's just for this next week, so make sure you get into that. I will talk to you again hopefully next week once I get those new yarns up and loaded, and I want to see what you feel like knitting or stitching or hooking for yourselves. Remember, it's all about you this month, and I want to see what you're going to be doing. So talk to you again soon. Take care, have a great weekend, and I will be back next week.